Now to another big story making national headlines this Tuesday. The ultimatum issued by web shops passes without a meeting. The Deputy Prime Minister and the Attorney General are hitting back after threats of legal action issued last week by the gaming industry. Cleopatra Murphy has their response to action being taken in the wake of tax increases on the sector outlined in the 2018-2019 budget.
Government will not back down on plans to levy higher taxes on the gaming industry. This despite the Bahamas Gaming Operators Association moving along with plans to sue over proposed plans in the budget to tax gaming houses on a sliding scale up to 50% on revenue over $100 million annually. Questioned about the move, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, responded this way.
The government of the Bahamas is sovereign and it will not be bullied by threats of any legal action. We will do what we think is right for the Bahamian people within the laws of the Bahamas.
His comments come even as the Gaming Association issued a memo to staff about a planned town hall meeting set for tomorrow. That letter advising staff to properly budget and plan your expenses accordingly if they have not already done so, and to avoid, if at all possible, taking on any unnecessary debt, loans, or expenses. The association also encouraged staff to start appealing directly to their members of parliament relative to serious risks posed to their continued employment in the industry. Attorney General the Honorable Bethel suggested government will not take the gaming industry's threats lying down and says government is prepared to do battle.
If they sue, they'll be fought in court. If they go underground, they'll be dug up. We have a whole arsenal of new powers under the Proceeds of Crime Act to deal with persons who decide that they want to break the law.
He says government will defend its right to determine who is taxed and do what is necessary for the country's fiscal health.
Parliament has the inalienable right to set tax rates, and that what is passed in Parliament must be obeyed by all citizens, and that those who seek to evade taxes will be dealt with according to law, because it's a criminal act. It's an act of fraud for you to evade your taxes.
The Attorney General also dismissed a warning received by Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis in a letter from immediate past Executive Director for the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, Calvin Wilson, that the Bahamas could face new anti-money laundering sanctions if the gaming industry is forced underground by taxes aimed at the industry.
I was on the first list of persons copied on it. Prime Minister, myself, and Alfred Sayers. I believe Alfred is the lawyer for the gaming people. So I think you need to take that letter and review it and understand it in that context. Okay, that a letter making such a spurious and false claim is not only at the first instance sent to the Prime Minister and myself as Attorney General, but also to the lawyer for the numbers boys. It sounds like somebody's looking for a job from someone.
The Attorney General insists proposed tax increases on the gaming industry are benchmarked against the standard rates of other jurisdictions, but gaming operators simply do not want to pay.
They believe money gives them political clout. Well, we'll find out. But you know, there's always saying that hog know where to rub. They don't rub on the nail. They rub on the smooth board.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.